Hi, students. Hope you're all doing great today. Happy Friday. Today's story was written by Tom Paxton and illustrated by Stephen Kellogg. It's called Engelbert the Elephant. It was one of my daughter Lindsay's favorite stories when she was your age. It was published by Morrow Junior Books. By order of Her Majesty, an invitation to the royal ball is hereby bestowed upon Engelbert the Elephant. Take a close look at that picture. Do you see what those mice are holding? I think they're up to mischief. Do you think a queen would really invite an elephant to a royal ball? Let's see what happens. To relieve her royal boredom, the queen announced a dance. Invitations were delivered, and it happened quite by chance. Through an oversight of someone's, whose it was I can't recall, Engelbert the Elephant was invited to the ball. Such excitement in the jungle, such a holy hullabaloo, such a race to find a costume and to learn a step or two. You could feel the jungle shaking, and I'm sure it's shaking yet, while Engelbert was learning how to dance the minuet. The village lamps were lighted, the sun was going down, when shrieks of fear and frantic cries were heard across the town. An elephant is coming! Call the army! Rouse the guard! The troops surrounded Engelbert outside the palace yard. The officers in chorus cried, "You'll have to leave this place. There'll be no riffraff at the ball by order of her grace." But Engelbert astounded them by pulling from his vest the document that proved he was the royal couple's guest. So the soldiers formed an escort, and they led him to the hall, where the orchestra stopped playing and a hush went through the hall. Though the king and queen were speechless, and I'm sure they're speechless now, Engelbert the Elephant made a very lovely bow. "How shocking!" cried a duchess. "It's a scandal!" humphed an earl. "That horrid beast will tramp at us!" exclaimed a foolish girl. Then public seized the courtiers. That's another word for guests. The banquet was upset. If it wasn't for Her Majesty, they'd all be running yet. "Stop at once!" Her Grace commanded. The courtiers froze, and then the queen advanced toward Engelbert, who bowed to her again. Then the queen began to smile, and the band began to play. And Engelbert was dancing in the very nicest way. The ladies were delighted at the way he turned and spun, and before the night was over, he had danced with everyone. When they all sat down to dinner, neatly rescued from the floor, Engelbert just nibbled, though he dreamed of eating more. When the final dance was called for, such a sight you've never seen, for the elephant was chosen as the partner of the queen. Now, when the ball was over, though the hour was very late, the guests all followed Engelbert outside the palace gate. His jungle friends were waiting there. The band began to play, and the frolicking that followed is still talked about today. To my beloved friend Engelbert, from your devoted queen. I hope you liked it. Have a great weekend, and I will talk with you on Monday. Bye.